Now, more of Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Policy Institute, the only show directly addressing the problems and solutions for Illinois. Now, from AM 560, here's Dan Proft.
Dan Proft back with John Kass, Chicago Tribune columnist, of course, on this edition of Illinois Rising. And John, we were just talking to State Representative Dwight Kay about his legislation to dissolve East St. Louis Township as part of the larger discussion on local government consolidation. Reduce the overall cost of government. You can't look at things in isolation, layers and layers and layers, and taxing bodies add up.
And how many taxing bodies and units of government do we have? I think we lead the
7,000.
nation.
Yeah.
Right? From townships to mosquito abatement districts where your idiot brother-in-law can get a job, right? Since you can't get a job anywhere else. That's how it works. We're spending the money and we're broke.
Well, that's not only that. I mean, I know that your K through 12 schools are the driver of your property tax bill, but these layers of government, they have taxing authority. That's real money, and that all comes from the value of your home, frankly, as well. So in terms of why we have the highest property taxes in the nation, it has something to do with having the most local units of government in the nation. Well, the East St. Louis Township legislation that Dwight Kay proposed is pending, but Belleville Township actually did take the steps to dissolve its township government. The city voted to eliminate it, roll the services into the city, and that's going to happen starting in May of next year. And actually, kind of surprisingly, you had strong support for it. One of those strong supporters was Dallas Cook, the Belleville city clerk, who joins us now. Dallas, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, Dan. Thank you.
So the popular support for rolling the township into the city so you didn't have duplicative services, the problem you have in most places is, people want to protect their fiefdoms, and you can't get the elected officials that are allies of other elected officials to blink. You play this game of brinkmanship. Don't eliminate the township, or I'm going to come after you at the city, or vice versa. So how did you guys figure it out?
Well, that's exactly right, and that's why you can't have any fear, and you have to go for things that you want to accomplish. And what I did was I went and met with our state representative in this area, who is not, necessarily politically like-minded as myself. And I spoke with him about the issue and how the township simply provides general assistance to those that are in need, but yet somehow taxes 10 times the amount that they give out. And so I explained it to him. I asked him to write a bill to allow us to eliminate it, and then I sat and waited. And about 2 weeks later, there they were, writing the bill, and we got it done.
And eliminating township government takes a local referendum. So what was the case that was made to the city, and what, if any, dissent was offered?
Well, at first, I've been working on this for a couple of years, ever since I was elected. And at first, they hit back. They did not want to eliminate it. They had total control of it. Well, then as you get going, and as you keep putting it out there to the public, and I'd write, letters to editor after letter to the editor, hold public forums, explain that, hey, if you were going to give $100 to a charity and only $10 of it went to help the needy, would you ever give to it?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. That's a scam. And in this situation, you're being forced to give to that scam through taxation. It's so improper and so wrong that people should be running up and down the streets. And so what you do is you try to let people or make them aware of the situation, because ignorance is what allows government to go on and be out of control and not do what it's supposed to.
Did you get any support or pushback from the local papers? Is that the Belleville Democrat?
Belleville News Democrat.
Yeah.
Sure, they were actually very supportive. Because as soon as I wrote my letter and I gave them the figures, they wrote an editorial coming back that's saying, that exact same thing, that, 10 cents on the dollar is not proper, it's not okay. And considering the township's only function was to help those who qualify for general assistance, which, keep in mind, is not your young, not your children, not your seniors. To qualify for general assistance through a township, you have to be between 18 and 55. We're not looking at anything else. These are people who are completely unemployed and not receiving $1 of assistance from any other governmental program. So those who qualify are very few. Why are you taxing? That's the question.
The comparison to a charity is a really good one. And John Kass, let me tell you something about the Belleville News Democrat. Let me tell you something. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Belleville News Democrat, enlightened newspaper. Belleville News Democrat, reform-minded paper. Belleville News Democrat endorsed one Dan Proft for governor when he ran for governor in 2010, which is more than I could say for the Chicago Tribune, John Kass.
I had nothing to do with the non-endorsement of Dan Proft, nor the endorsement of Barack Obama. And I would say that the Belleville News Democrat has often, consistently for years, led reform. They were one of the first.
Workers' comp and prisons, that whole thing.
How about they joined me years ago when no one would except Dan Proft in another iteration, calling for independent prosecutors, federal prosecutors in the state, and they were big time on it. So big props to the Belleville.
All right. Well, I think we should move the state capital to Belleville.
Yeah.
All right. Come on down.
Dallas Cook, so what's the message, from your experience, the message you have for other municipal officials, other, frankly, township officials, even in terms of what you experienced in
Sure.
Belleville, which has not been the case very, very many other places?
Yeah, my message to other local officials is get to work and do what's best for the people that you represent. Nothing else matters. You're there to serve them and do it as efficiently as possible. You're not there to do anything else. You're not there to make friends. This is about serving people. And if you really care about those in need, then you have to take advantage of every dollar we have to help them. And you cannot take care of yourself and your party. Put that last and put the people first, and nothing will ever go wrong.
All right, good stuff. Dallas Cook, Belleville City Clerk, great job down there. Good speaking with you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's a pleasure, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you.